Well, this story, it's kind of comical, to be honest. When I first read about it, I laughed, but at the same time, these are the people that Democrats want to be in charge of our lives. They want to put our health care in these people's hands, people that nap for 3 hours every day at their desk for 4 years and still aren't fired.
Well, very true. And I don't want to say that every DMV worker is awful. They're not. But the incentive structure certainly is awful. I mean, they don't work on the much maligned profit motive, which means, like you mentioned coming into the segment, that in a private business, God, I'm sure we all would love to take a nap. But the problem is that the customers wouldn't get the proper service and they would go elsewhere. You'd be fired. No such incentive structure exists for the government. You have no other choice but to go to the DMV. And as everybody knows, in all 50 states, everyone dreads going to the DMV for this reason. I lived in California for 12 years. This isn't just a problem in San Francisco. It's a problem up and down the state. Everybody dreaded going to the DMV. You could go to AAA, which did a much better job. But at the end of the day, the money still goes to the DMV in the state. There are no competitors. There is no profit motive. So this is the service you'll get. So just imagine them running your health care. I mean, that's a lot more serious issue.
Right, and I don't want to be mean to DMV employees. You said perhaps there are some nice ones out there, and I'm sure you're correct, and I really look forward to meeting one of the nice ones someday, because I'm 29 years old and I've yet to run across I've yet to run across a very efficient workspace every time I go in there. But talk to me about, I guess, the civil service aspect of this, because we talk about the swamp in Washington, D.C. a lot and how hard it is to fire, deep state operatives out of the government agencies. But this is the same kind of thing. I mean, you have a government employee that should have been let go for not doing her job, for napping on the job, and she's not. It's so hard to fire people that this is what we're left with no other options, because it's not free market.
Exactly. I mean, you have this problem. Imagine this was run at the federal level. I mean, this is at the state's level where the people do have some sort of recourse. I mean, if it's at the federal level, you have even less recourse, and you're protected by just cause employment, which means that you can't be fired at will. So, you have to go through a ton of litigation. Most of the time you're reassigned, and the incompetence carries on. The only thing that protects best the consumer, primarily, is competition and competitive forces, which is driven by the profit motive. Again, this is something that is maligned by the left, but this is exactly what ensures that you get good service when you go anywhere in the free market. If you eliminate that motive, the profit motive, you're going to get poor service.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One America News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One America News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.